Devika. Welcome back to my channel. So, when I was thinking of what video I should be filming next, a lot of things came into my mind, but one video that I felt would be really beneficial for not only who are here in Canada, who have come for the May intake, but also for the future students is part-time jobs. So I know that there is a lot of conversation around part-time jobs, how it is difficult to find one, and I have spoken about it in a couple of my last videos as well. But I think being here for the winter intake, kind of going through that whole process, I kind of narrowed down a few tactics that you might find helpful, or it might assist you in finding or landing a part-time job for the time being. So let's just first talk about the various places or the various ways to go by finding a part-time job, out of which the first one would definitely be using your online platforms. So have a strong LinkedIn profile, but I found that most of the times LinkedIn can be most beneficial for the full-time positions, but Indeed is another great way to kind of connect with employers. So make sure you have a strong Indeed profile. You should have a strong resume, which if you want me to make a video on and try and make a video on what all things you should put on your resume, I would not guarantee that, make this resume to get a part-time job for sure, but it's just a few things are extremely different from what a resume looks like back home and what a resume should look like here. So I can definitely do a video on kind of how you can go by for your resume. So if you want that, make sure to comment it down below. So yeah, Indeed and Kijiji is another place if you're looking for quick jobs like babysitting. Most of them are cash jobs, I'll tell you that. But Kijiji is also another platform that you can look for if you're looking for a quick job. So those are kind of the online platforms. And telling about me personally, I used Indeed the most. As I've told, LinkedIn is most for professional kind of full-time positions. And I have been lucky on Indeed. I have gotten a few callbacks. I've gotten a few interviews, not jobs particularly. But yes, it is all about filtering your search to kind of find out what positions work for you. So the second one, which I think has worked out the most for me, is going out and giving resumes. Now, when I first came into the country, kind of the whole idea of going out and giving resumes was a really absurd one, like knocking on the doors of the stores and asking them if they were hiring, handing out resumes. It does stand out to you a lot, but it is something that is extremely helpful if you're looking for a job. Take printout of your resumes, go around your neighborhood or go around places that you feel like they might be hiring, do your own research. So what I have done was I would kind of go on Indeed, go on LinkedIn, give a quick search on the kind of places that were hiring. I would kind of put a location in, and the next day I would print out some resumes and go to that location and give out in different stores. So this is one strategy that has helped me a lot. So I hope that it will help you out as well. But yeah, definitely go on stores, be polite, ask them if they are hiring, and ask if a manager or a supervisor is available for a meeting. And it is kind of how you build up that communication with the members that there are. And purely it is also based on luck if the stores will be hiring or will not be hiring at the moment. So yeah, definitely don't forget that one. That is a very, very important point. And the next one is through company websites. So a lot of mainstream supermarkets or big stores here, for example, Walmart, Loblaws, Shoppers, they all hire through their website. So this is something that you will hear very often when you're going out to give resumes. Yeah, so this is something that you hear a lot when you're going out and giving resumes, that we don't accept any resumes in store right now. All of our applications are through the store website. So in this case, you have to ensure that your resume actually stands out from the thousands of other people who are applying. Um, yeah. So the next tip or strategy, I would say, that I can give you is ask your friends for reference. So, the biggest job opening that I would say, or the biggest possibility of getting a job or getting into an organization is through referrals, and that is a hard truth about Canada. I know for someone who has just come into the country, it's hard to get referrals. You might hardly know anyone, but try to build a connection. So, one thing that we've been told from day one of landing in Canada is how important networking is, how important connecting with other people is. And that kind of all comes down to this. Asking your friends for referrals can be a very, very effective way. So, if you know someone from McDonald's, ask them for if they are hiring at the moment, ask them if they can provide referrals, and that is an easy way to get you into an interview. Again, many stores will also have hiring signs outside. So in that case, just go ahead, ask them about the hiring process, kind of set an impression there, set a tone there, so that they will remember you. For the when they're going through the whole thing, or when they're going through the whole list of thousands of resumes that they get online, yours should stand out, and that should be your main aim. So create an impression, set an impression there. So I would say from the process of just kind of giving out resumes, if you have reached the process of actually getting interview calls, consider that a success. Go for every interview possible. But yeah, now I would like to talk a little bit about my part-time job, because I have gotten a few comments in my last video asking where I'm doing my part-time job, how I got one, etc., etc., etc. So I'm doing my part-time job at Value Village. It is a thrift store under Savers, and I love my job. I love the organization. I love the people there, and I got it through an online application. So Value Village has this whole process of going online and uploading your resume, uploading your cover letter. They ask you, I think, a few questions, and you answer that, and then they call you back for an interview. And I had this little group interview thing, and that is kind of how I was hired. Yes, I did go into the stores and give in resumes as well, but they don't take resumes in store. Um, and yeah, it's always just figuring out the right balance between studies and part-time. You don't want to work too hard that your studies are actually being compromised, or it's just finding that right balance, because you have this one-side opportunity to make a lot of money. With the summer, a lot of new positions are also opened up, and it is at the end of the day your ethical choice to, if you want to work and kind of compromise the whole purpose of why you're here, or just find the balance.